Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel, where tonight I went to Burger King to finally try the Burger King tacos. They're supposed to be $1 a piece, and I've always wished I had a Jack in the Box in my area. I do not. They have tacos like this, and they put them in something called a munchie meal, a big box that has several items in it you can get late in the night. I've got here 2 of the tacos, and I got a Whopper, and I also got a Coke, a large Coke, in the Stranger Things cup. So I'll call this a Whopper munchie meal. So here's the taco sleeve packages and the Whopper. Zoom in on that. Burger King still, I think, the only fast food restaurant left that has the premium white napkins. Okay, so here are the tacos out of the sleeves and the Whopper out of its wrapper. Take a look at the tacos specifically. This is the main event here. You can see there's definitely plenty of taco sauce on this one. Gleaming there, see shredded cheese as opposed to the slice of cheese that you find in the old Burger King tacos and the Jack in the Box tacos. See if we can open this up here. It's pressed very flat. There you can see the taco beef. It's a mixture. You see the red sauce, you see the shredded cheese, the lettuce. These pretty much look uniform at every restaurant all over the country. Get this one over here. Very similar. You got a good amount of the beef there in the top of this one. And of course the America's favorite burger, the Whopper. Nice crinkle cut pickles on there. Got the Stranger Things cup. One summer can change everything. So the aroma on this, I can say that, first of all, my Burger King, Shady Grove Road in Gaithersburg, Maryland, once again they made these piping hot. They were so hot in the bag I could hardly touch the wrappers when I was checking to make sure everything was in there. So these were made very fresh, and secondly, there was a wonderful taco aroma all the way home in the car. It is that sort of Americanized taco flavor that fires the receptors in the brain that tells you this is a Mexican product by way of the corporate boardroom, as opposed to your Mexican grandmother's recipe, of course. But this is what most of us know as Mexican food, so it's certainly a wonderful aroma in my opinion. So let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Well, I think as you could hear, it's a very crispy, crunchy, hard taco shell. And it does have a pretty good corn flavor. It's a little more bending towards the nacho Dorito side of the spectrum in terms of the flavor. Now I want to get into where the actual beef is here. Well, the beef, the texture is a little bit different from what you get at Taco Bell. It's a little more of a pate paste type of texture, whereas the Taco Bell is a little more of a fine ground beef texture. Flavor wise, the seasoning is not as sophisticated as Taco Bell. It goes without saying that the Taco Bell seasoned beef is one of the great inventions of all time, so you're going up against Taco Bell tacos, from when I first tried them, they were 6 stars out of 5. They're one of those items like the Big Mac and the Whopper McRib. Taco Bell has slightly changed their beef recipe in the last few years, and I noticed that. They were out of this world like crack years ago when I used to get them. I couldn't stop thinking about Taco Bell tacos. So this is not quite on the addictive level of that. It just has a very nice seasoning to it. It's got a pretty good beef flavor. The taco sauce, it's kind of like what you get in a jar at the store. It gets the job done. The shredded cheese gets the job done. The lettuce is more like what they put on the Whopper as opposed to a shredded lettuce like you might get at Taco Bell. The taco shell itself, it's more of a greasy fried shell than the one at Taco Bell, and I actually like that. I want to round out this meal with a bite of America's favorite burger, the Whopper. Holy smokers, doesn't get any better than this. Whoop. I just finished leading a bus tour of the top 10 haunted meth labs in Ohio. There was a huge turnout. We started in Cleveland, then went on to Lordstown, Youngstown, Dayton, Huber Heights, and of course we ended up here in Portsmouth, Ohio. The tour attracted a lot of girls with blue hair, and 2 of them will be joining me tonight for dinner in the presidential suite at the Motel 4. Now I know what we'll be having. 3 flame-broiled Whoppers, 6 Burger King tacos, onion rings with zesty sauce, 3 pies made with Twix, but we're going to refill those Stranger Things cups with the nectar of the gods. 4 Loco Gold. 4 Loco Gold. There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. Woo! Well, I have to say, for $1 each, these are pretty good tacos. It's a hell of a lot easier than trying to make a taco at home yourself, and you're also not going to be able to get a fried shell like this without a whole lot of work at home. So it is a good deal, I think. I think the way to consider this is look at it either geographically or in terms of what you can put together as a meal, as I did here. If you don't live near Taco Bell, but you do live near Burger King, this is now a way you can easily get tacos closer to where you live. If you were in an odd position where you don't have Taco Bell at all, for example, now you have a way to go through a drive-thru and get tacos. So I think it's a product very similar to the hot dog at Burger King. It wasn't anything that changed the world, but you could go through and get a pretty good hot dog with some toppings on it, or a pretty good taco now that maybe you couldn't before in your area. The other thing is that even though Taco Bell is still the king of tacos, of course, but at Taco Bell you can't get a Whopper with your taco. If you are hungry for a burger, or a Big King, or the original chicken sandwich, you just can't do that at Taco Bell. They have a lot more desserts at Burger King you could get. What I would really encourage Burger King, if they're listening to this video, is please make a box like a munchie meal and put 2 of these tacos in it, put the Whopper in there, put something like mozzarella sticks or onion rings, and put a dessert, a cookie, or I'd like to say a pie, but that would just be not only exactly what I would want to have, but it would be a great competition for Jack in the Box. So the price, as I said, $2 for 2 tacos. The Whopper is getting pretty pricey at $5.49 these days. The Coke is pricey at $2.79, but I do definitely like this Stranger Things collector's cup. What I don't like is the greedy Montgomery County Council greedily taking 62 cents for themselves as the tax vampires, but we're fluffing a few pillows in the Supermax prison for those council members right now. I would say definitely you want to be part of this event and at least give these tacos a try, and they could be a real boon for you depending where you're located in the country. I'm going to go ahead and give the Burger King tacos a very solid 4 stars, and of course I'm going to go ahead and give the Whopper technically 5 stars, but under my rating system it actually gets 6 stars out of 5 stars. Just a wonderful flame broiled beef taste for my poor man's Whopper munchie meal. So stop by Burger King soon before these are gone. I hope they'll keep them on the menu, and heck, bring back those hot dogs as well. Hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye everybody.